So how can I be even more grateful for God's grace and the beautiful people he's put in my life? The reason I'm saying even more, what does that presuppose?
That I am grateful.
You already have it. And that way, every time you say it, it'll be stacking on something that's there. It's the difference between saying, I'm going to be, playful or determined versus I am, and getting in your physiology.
So I had ADHD, had bipolar, had PTSD. I was molested. I watched a guy burn to death, and I had DID, like I got every
Initial there is.
Yeah, I got them all. Yeah. I'll never be able to serve in my congregation fully as like a spiritual man. As a black man, I'll never be able to be as good as my white competitors. It's just a lot of shit.
Lots of stacked experiences.
Yeah.
I'm deeply sorry you've had to experience those things. No one should have to. But what I do know is you've been through spiritual pain.
Yeah, sure.
That's different than just physical pain. It's much more intense. Spiritual pain is when you experience, whether it's true or not even, but in your case it's definitely true, real injustice. Not just injustice of someone judging us, but injustice of such horrific pain. And you're a very empathetic man. So you would feel that pain more than most.
I still feel it.
Yeah. But what's really true in my experience, David, I would never want you to have to go through all that again. But I trust it's something higher than you and I, our awareness. Because here's one thing I know beyond a shadow of a doubt. Those who've experienced intense, unjust spiritual pain ultimately develop a level of strength and ability and power that no one else can. Because when they get to the other side of those things now, and they look back on them from a distance, it starts to change. It makes us care more, it makes us feel more. It's made you the lover you are, my brother. It's made you the man that I am proud to call a friend. Everything about you is beautiful that I see. That's not just words, you can feel me.
Yeah, I feel you.
So while I hate that you've gone through that, I'm only here because of things people don't even know, I don't ever talk about, and I don't need to. But trust me, I know what you're talking about. I've experienced many things you're talking about. That's why I don't want anyone to suffer. That's why I'm here. That's why I developed a different level of strength. I had to. Because I had to figure out how to take care of my brother and sister. I had to take care of other people, and then had to take care of me, which was the ultimate gift in my life. I didn't own it for a while until I started doing those incantations. Because you've been hypnotized by those experiences and thinking that's life. And as horrific as those situations were, if we took them in 43 years and said how many hours were spent in them, not memories of them, but the actual experiences, it's actually a small part, but it had such intensity that sticks out. But some of those memories can now fade away. It can get smaller and dimmer. And so it's so far back. Do you ever feel like it's not even my life? Who's ever felt like something happened so long ago, it doesn't even feel like it was your life anymore? Have you ever felt that feeling?
So I had to blame my brother for molesting me because he made me the man I am. And for 5 years, I slept with my kids in my arms every night, so they were never molested. So I became a badass father and husband and everything. So when...
Stop for a second, just for a moment. I want to hear the rest of this, but I hope you stop and take that in. What a great badass father he became. It's beautiful. Beautiful.
So like, the thing it said to like call people. So he died from leukemia like 20 years ago. So I was like, oh, how the f do I call him? And I was like, so I thought maybe I should like write a letter and burn it or throw it in the ocean or something. So yesterday we're doing the blessing thing. And so you're like, think of your greatest moments. So the first thing is my wife, we get married. Like it's crazy, man. She was like 21 on the beach. I've never imagined my wedding since I was there. So you're like, make it more intense. So I like made the wind blow and more sun. It was amazing. So then I go from there to my son being born. And that was awesome. Then I go to my daughter being born. And then the last thing, like my arms, they shot out like that. And, my eyes are closed. So like, I leaned my head back and I was holding a body. It was like a body. And I leaned my head back and it's my brother. And he's healthy, like the last time I saw him, he had no hair, and so like
prior to the disease,
he was in the hospital. He was like laid out and on the bed, and he was dying.
When you saw him last night,
yeah, like he had black hair and his face is full. He's like 2 inches taller than me. So we're holding each other, and I kissed him on the lips, and then I just like buried my head in his shoulder. And he held me, and then I asked him to forgive me, and he said, "No, I want you to forgive me." So I just felt a bit.
That's beautiful.
So after I held him, there's like a light behind him, and he just walked off, and he didn't die. He was like alive. And I gave him the heads up. Like based off my religious beliefs, what I experienced is impossible, as it goes against what the Bible says is possible. It's just like,
what does the Bible say is possible?
Yeah.
I thought it said all these things you could do and more.
I always believe that when you die, you're dead. Like you're just asleep. Like you can be resurrected or whatever, but like you're sleeping. That's what I thought. So, it was a body. There was a body there.
You felt it too.
Yeah. And it was cool because he was all fixed, Yeah. It wasn't all cancer, and it was like the best version of him is what I saw. And we weren't even close. We didn't even like each other at all.
He seems to like you now. You seem to like him now.
Yeah.
That's called a healing. And that was God.
Yeah.
So regardless of one's religious beliefs, then there's God or the universe or infinite intelligence or whatever word you want to use for it. Sometimes we let the words get in the way because men wrote those words.
Yeah.
And most people don't even read the words. They hear through another man or woman what those words mean. I'm personally Christian myself, but I think whatever people believe, I honor. I was raised in that environment, but I'm open to all things. I know that if I try to touch God, that my perspective is going to be different than someone else's. Like a bunch of blind people touching the elephant, and one thinks the elephant is what the tail is, and the other thinks it's the trunk, and yet God is all those things. But one thing is for sure, it's more than our awareness or understanding. And you've needed some healing.
Yeah.
You came to the right place. Done the hard work.
She thought I left, because I did. I left the room. I had to go see my brother and go to my wedding and the hospital. So she's like, she goes, I thought you left the room. I was like, I did. I teleported, I time traveled, and from hanging out with you, man.
That's because I'm so intense.
Yeah, but I mean, this isn't like a church. It's not a therapist's office. It's just like freaking you, man.
It's us.
Right.